Welcome, everyone, to the John W. Brick Mental Health Foundation's Move Your Mental Health. I'm Elissa Epel. I'm a professor and a researcher of mind-body health, and I'm delighted to spend some time with you breathing. Doing breath work is one of the most powerful ways to change our state immediately. Due to our busy mind, busy lifestyle, and all of the environment that comes at us with screens, our body stays in a state of vigilance and stress arousal throughout the day unless we're consciously allowing ourselves the break and giving ourselves the attentional capacity to reduce that stress arousal. One way to immediately reduce stress arousal is slowing the breathing. Now, on top of slowing the breathing, we can briefly pause our breathing, doing breath holds. This breath holding can change the biochemistry of our blood slightly but meaningfully so that we are allowing ourselves to absorb more oxygen with slow, gentle breathing. So we're going to do 3 types of breathing today, and I will tell you how to do it, and then we'll do it together. So we're going to start with 4-6-8 breathing. Breathing in for 4, holding for 6, and breathing out for 8. It's a yogic breathing technique that Andrew Weil often shares. We're going to do 3 cycles. So I'd like you to get in a comfortable state, leaning into your chair, maybe with pillows, or lying down on the floor, supporting your head with a pillow, or if you'd like, a blanket on top of you for some weight. So you can count to yourself as we do this, and I'll lead you through it. We're going to close our eyes and breathe in for 4, hold for 6, and exhale for 8. Now, the next time we do this, we're going to breathe out while pursing our lips, because that adds to the long, slow exhalation and gives it more power to increase our vagal tone, our heart rate variability. So breathing in for 4, holding for 6, and exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4, holding for 6, and exhaling for 8. Inhaling for 4, holding for 6, and exhaling for 8. You can do that 3 or 4 times in a row when you wake up and before you go to bed. And that helps condition our body so that we get into an ease state more quickly each time as our body gets used to this slower breathing. Next, we're going to try the physiological sigh. Now, the physiological sigh is very quick and natural. When we sigh, we dump extra CO2, and that helps us increase our oxygen absorption. And in one study by Andrew Huberman and David Spiegel, it also uniquely increased positive mood, and we could all use more of that. So we're going to take a large inhale and then a small inhale on top of that to full capacity, and then a long, full exhale. And again, if you'd like, you can purse your lips to make the exhale even longer and slower. Let's begin. Inhale, another inhale, and a long, full exhale. Again. So you can play with that. You want to take a large inhale and then another inhalation as much as you can to fill your lungs. And then you can take a long exhale through an open mouth or through the pursed lips. Now, the third technique we're going to do is to slow our breathing to about half the rate that we usually breathe. We usually breathe about 12 to 15 or even 20 breaths per minute. And we get toward 20, it's a subtle state of hyperventilation. And it's not uncommon because we are used to rushing around and keeping our stress response elevated. Now, when we slow our breath rate to 6 breaths per minute or lower, this increases our heart rate variability. And longer exhalations are another way to boost our vagal tone or heart rate variability. So we're going to try this together. I'm going to pace you. 6 breaths per minute is a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale. It's very slow. So if you start to get dizzy or uncomfortable, you must do this at your own slower rate. You must start where you're comfortable and you're not having an anxiety or panic feeling. And you will slowly and gradually get down to 6 breaths per minute or lower. So we'll do 1 minute together. And when we're done with this video, you are welcome to continue for 3 to 5 minutes to really have a deep rest break. So again, get comfortable. Close your eyes if you feel like it. And let me guide your pace of breathing. Inhale and exhale. 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 Beautiful. And that was 6 breaths per minute. If you feel a little dizzy or lightheaded, you could start with 8 or 10 breaths per minute, which is still very likely much slower than your usual breathing rate. You might try this at the same time of day, possibly waking in bedtime, for a week, and notice, how does this help your mood, your sleep, your well-being? You might add sensory cues, because when we're stressed, our body gets cut off from our senses. We feel numb. And when we tune into sensory experiences, it actually can reduce mental stress. You might use an aromatherapy essential oil that you like, smelling it each time before you try the breathing exercise. Or you might use a weighted blanket or a furry blanket, or be petting a furry pet before and after. There's no exact right way to do these breathing exercises. You get to experiment and see what works for you and your unique body. Now make sure to congratulate yourself every time you do this. You might just remind yourself, I've added ease and restoration moments to my day. Thank you so much.